In this video, I'm going to demonstrate one more thing that you can do as you port your code from Khan Academy program into an HTML document that'll run on a web browser. In the original Galaxy animation here, I have some code that will respond to a mouse click to stop and start this animation. I'll show you that just uncomment. The code is commented, that's why it wasn't running. But I'll uncomment all of the pieces that are needed to make it work. And we need to uncomment the stop declaration. One more thing is to uncomment this closing brace. Now when we click, it stops, and then we click to start. We don't have that interaction here yet, so let's go back in here and see the code is copied into here, but we can't use this code because it's not JavaScript, so we'll just delete that out. But we want to do something like it. So from this document where we have some mouse interaction from the images activity, we're going to copy this script here. This is how we capture the mouse interaction, and we'll paste it just inside the closing body tag. Now we actually don't need to get the mouse position, so we'll delete this function. What we do need is the event listener to work. And we also need to find the canvas, which in this case the canvas is named myCanvas, so we'll change the getElementById command so that it matches. And we also, since this will run immediately when the page loads, we want our canvas background color to show up. So we'll go up here where we have this and just copy and paste it in here. So now when it runs this, it'll give our background a color. And what we want to do is add some logic in here so that when the mouse is clicked, there's a stop and start action. And I've already got this code written, so I'm just going to copy and paste it in. Okay, so we're using this logic of this stop variable. We're using that as a switch, which reminds me we need to declare the variable. And give it a value. So to start with, the stop variable is in the off position, which means that if we click on the canvas, it will run this, it will check this statement. If stop equals 0, then it will change the value of stop to 1, which is the off position, so that the next time we click, stop will equal 1. So instead of this being true, it'll be false, so it'll run the else or the otherwise command down here. And one other thing we need to change, because we want to have control over whether or not the animation runs based on a mouse click, we need to remove the trigger that has been starting this animation is this onload event in the body tag, where we call the go function from that. We don't want to call that anymore because we don't want to call the go function until the user clicks on the screen, clicks on the canvas. So we remove that. So now go won't run until the user clicks on the canvas. So let's save that and go in and test. We'll refresh. Okay, so that part works as far as it doesn't run until we click. So now it runs. We should be able to click again though and make it stop, but it's not stopping. So let's press the F12 key and see if there's any clues in our console. Oh, it tells us that the variable int is not defined. So one other change we need to make is, sure enough, down here it is calling this int variable, but inside here there is no declaration of the int variable. We look up here in this script section, and the int variable is declared here, but that's inside a function, so it's not global. So since it's inside this function, this doesn't know what variable we're talking about. So all we need to do is declare that variable outside of the function. And now at this point we don't need to call it again. Since it's global, we don't need to we don't need to declare it again. So let's save that and see if that makes it so that our start and stop action works. So refresh, click to start, click to stop, click again to start, click again to stop. So that works. So that shows how you can add a start and stop mouse interaction to your animation.